It's yours. Yeah.
Flame on the beat.
IP. I always wanna know what's on my mind. These just my random thoughts. Ride close. Drinking on what I like, you feel me? Blow that shit up, man. These switches. Long nights, no calls, no sleep. Roll the Swiss seat, drinking on Hennessy. Emotions starting to rush in on me. My soul screaming, just set me free. Love don't cost a thing, baby, but look what all it cost me. Yeah, she beautiful, he shy, she. Yeah, my dog, but he envy me. That ain't my fault, but he kin to me, cause he loyal B. She volunteer, no Tennessee. I wonder if my pop's proud of me. I count 20K a week. Got a text saying she want twins with me. For all the trees, give me two a piece. I'm a living legend, Eminem RP. Straight from the hill, gotta swallow the pill. Sitting at the table, just imagine the deal. You can work for me, I can pay you a meal. It's hard here, don't come with no feeling. 2 dimes, 2 tears in the bucket. You screaming, I fuck it, I couldn't relate. I had to get something, coming from nothing. I didn't attach to nothing, but I got it all. Heard them hating, but I pulled it off. Now I spread it like I saw it all. I drift on the ones that curve me off. I own stocks, so they laid me off. From employee straight to a boss. I did it within, don't matter the law. First time I lost is I knew I would win. It's a thin line between enemy and friend. We at the red box and we did it again. She rock with me, lovers and friends. Got my guns on, I'm a server like Usher. Bobbing their head like my name is Buster. She stole my heart, I can never trust her. Ever fell in love with the conversation? She'll let it go at the tip of your tongue. Expressing the anger, I'm feeling too numb. Can't hang with these people, they really be dumb. Gotta keep going, I really want some. Fall back on people who coming, especially the ones who reaching for something. Ever cross me, you gon' end up with nothing. All in, or we can't do nothing. I don't like you, ain't no sense of up front. If you owe the plug, I'ma buy you out. This that screw shit, Alabama to South. Get the head out your heart and get the fuck out. LIP on them and fuck who I doubt. Pick a side right now, we rolling without. They screaming ideas, but never move out. They going outside, they chasing the clout. Locked in with family, ain't moving without. I did it with thunder, the blessing keep coming. Fuck out our troubles, we doing the numbers. We setting up schools in the middle of the summer. Speaking it like, cause I know that it's coming. Keeping it real, ain't no life in the dead. National principle, we don't need no fans. I'm wearing the fans, I'm catching respect. Beautiful day, and I know that I'm glorious. I'm living my life, and I know that I'm notorious.
Yo. What's good, everybody? We'd like to welcome everybody to the In God We Trust Academy podcast today. And today is the day that we take the journey for this lawsuit that's coming up for Huntsville. So it's time, man. I've been put it aside for a little bit just because I had a lot of things going on, but now is the time, man. So hope you guys are ready for this, man. Thank you, as always, for tuning in with me. As always, we give thanks for each and every last one of you for your full participation, for always liking and sharing everything and just being present with us. It's always such a beautiful thing to do this with you guys in real time. As always, we're going to vibe a little bit, man. Let me know where y'all logging in from. As you know, drop some ones. Y'all about to see my face a little bit more. So for sure, as we get back to getting back to schedule and everything like that, just, constantly going back doing what we was doing at first. So, yeah, everybody's good here, though. Baby's good. Everybody's great. So I always appreciate the concerns or everything like that or whatever. So, and congratulations, wishes, and stuff like that. So appreciate it. But, yeah, man, let's get started. We're going to vibe a little bit. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe with us, man. And we're going to get it in tonight. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to talk a little shit. We're going to do a little bit of everything. But the journey begins today. So I'm going to show you guys my first step on what I'm going to be doing first. But until then, vibe with me. Texas in the house. What's up?
Better act like you motherfucking know, nigga. The Lord, he keep on blessing me. I won't let these haters get the best of me. I roam the streets restlessly. I can't get a job, too many felonies. Oh, seen niggas turn bitch over some petty change. Niggas start snitching in the dope game. So I'm on my business. Do for me and mine, can I get a witness? I hope they free my niggas going down that road. I'ma do the best for me.
You better.
Cause I'ma do the best for me. They turn their back on me, my back was against the wall. They say they love me, but that shit ain't love at all. Subtracted all my friendly. Do for me and mine, can I get on with that? And it's true, out of sight, out of mind. 10 toes down, gotta stay on my grind. Stack game is the business. Mind on my money, can I get on with that? Don't go to places that I used to go. Don't do the things that I used to do. All I can do is do the best for hoping. And I suggest you do the best for you. Cause I'ma do the best for me. Cause I'ma do the best for me. Cause I'ma do the best for me. Cause I'ma do the best for me.
They turned up, people pleasing, the screw Japanese, ayy. Dope game pimp, I love that bitch, she'll never leave me, ayy. Taught the difference between that oil base and that ether. She so good in her credit file, I swear to God that I keep her. If not, then all I can do is just give her the rest of me. Cause I love myself too much, I gotta do the best for me. Hey, if you don't understand that, then you don't understand my existence. And understanding is key now, and I don't understand no belligerence. This right here is delivery, therefore I come with deliverance. Everybody be knowing that I'm so cold that they be shivering. And they shaking up and I'm hooking, oh, baking up and I'm cooking, oh. All the niggas know that I don't fuck with nothing but eights up. And they know that I hate the cup, so I pass them out to my homeboys. I ain't worried about y'all banging, too busy making my own noise. Hell yeah, I'm hot and high, you can call me super asteroid. Come down making bitches sick, somebody get these hoes some castor oil, oh.
Yes, sir. You better be out here doing the best for you. You know what I mean? That's one thing you got to do, family. That's one thing that you got to do out here is the best for you and your family. You got to understand that a lot of you guys are out here doing everything for any and everybody, but listen, them folks don't care, man. They don't care if you hit rock bottom. I promise you they don't. They do not care. They could give two shits. And all you got to do is look around and see who's there with you right now helping you build what you building. So just know that, man. So just always be aware of that. Fill your cup up. We don't do no pouring. I tell people all the time, they say, man, I was pouring into somebody. I'm not pouring nothing. We deal with overflow. If there's an overflow, then, hey, stand under, get all that you can. But guess what? We ain't pouring. You feel me? We let God do the pouring. So as always, man, just grateful for being here, man. Thanks to the Almighty for everything that takes place up to this present moment right now. And just for us to be doing what we're doing here today again. So we're going to vibe out to this last song, man, and then we're going to get started, man. We're going to pick you guys back up and remind you of how we got here today. And this is my journey on the lawsuit that I'm getting ready to put together for the city of Huntsville.
I'm on my journey. Nothing can hurt me. I'm from the ghetto, where we had so heavy metal. Yeah, nothing can stop it. Haters ain't watching. I'm from the ghetto, where we had so heavy metal. Yeah, nothing concerns me. I'm on my journey. I'm from the ghetto, yeah, where we had so heavy metal. I can see you from afar, enemy lurking. Can't stop my purpose. I'm from the ghetto, where we had so heavy metal, yeah.
My heart is like a murder scene. Yellow tape around the hate, and I can't let you in. Tunnel vision, try to see it like at the end. I know they hope that I win, yeah. But I'm praying on my knees, so I see better days. Hope he break me out my shell, I'm trying to spread my wings. Trying to fly away, do better things. I remember all them days they told me that I can't, yeah. Ain't nobody more important me than me. She said she feeling me, but right now I'm just trying to eat. Right now I'm just focused on that chicken. My nigga hit me up, he told me Melly stand on business, yeah. My nigga hit me up, he told me Melly stand on business,
I'm on my journey. Nothing can hurt me. can't hurt me. I'm from the ghetto, where we had toe heavy metal. Yeah, nothing can stop it. Haters ain't watching. I'm from the ghetto, where we had toe heavy metal. Yeah, nothing concerns me. I'm on my journey. I'm from the ghetto, yeah. Where we had toe heavy metal. I can see you from afar, and I'm lurking. Can't stop my purpose. I'm from the ghetto, where we had toe heavy metal, yeah.
Coming from the 407, riding on the highway to heaven. Ooh, you better watch out. We shut them down, open up shop. Ooh, yeah. That don't mean they don't play.
Hey, y'all ready, man? Are you guys ready, man? How y'all feeling out there tonight, man? Let me know how y'all feeling. Drop some ones before we get started, man. I'm going to just give you guys a rundown on everything and how it is transpired to how we are here today. A lot of you guys got to witness it in real time. If this is your first time being here with us, just, hey, take the ride, man. It's definitely worth it. Don't forget that in March, okay? March 22nd and March 29th. On the 22nd, we're going to teach you guys how to do lawsuits and how to thoroughly put a lawsuit together. And also on the 29th, we're going to show you how to defend yourself in court. So we got different days for both. Yes, they're going to be a lot of information dropped in both of these classes. So that's the reason why I had to make them 2 different days, because yes, it is a lot of information, a lot of things that's going to be said into this and put together. Different templates, mock trials, things like that are going to be also shown in it with that as well. So you guys are going to definitely have fun with this. If you do get into this, it will be 3 p.m. Central Time. Both days are on a Saturday. The only location is online. It's $100 for either or. And, man, sign up, yo. Go to InGodWeTrustAcademy.com, and you can get signed up with us ASAP, right? All right, so everything that you guys hear from this point on is for educational and religious purposes only. Anybody seeking any form of legal advice, please do seek a legal advisor, as it is my religious duty to speak my religious truth and experience here with you guys today. All right, so how did we get here where we are today? That's the question. How did we get here? And we got here specifically because on December the 16th, I was traveling with my stepson. We was looking for just a lounge to go to, trying to get him out, you know, into the city or whatever. And I think it was kind of raining that night a little bit, not much, kind of off and on a little bit. But we had came up to, we was over there by Oakwood Avenue, close to what you call the Black Lounge. Yeah, the Black Lounge. It's pretty much like a little bar or whatever. So we was over by that way, and we was at this light. And we were already stopped, just sitting there. Now, mind you, I'm watching them in the back. They just swoop over behind us real fast and just kind of just stop or whatever. And so the light's blinking yellow, so it's caution. So that means to yield. But remember, we're at a stop. And I started to turn, and then you got this car who kind of gas it to kind of beat the light. And I had to stop. And when I stopped, I let the car go by, and then I just kept on pushing, right? So then they finally hit their lights. And by the time they hit their lights, we were already in the parking lot. So it didn't matter. They were still sitting there waiting. We had went by, 2 cars probably went by. They still sitting there. We were already in the parking lot. Then they finally pulled up. They hit their lights on or whatever. And then they was like, hey, man, are you all right? You know, you kind of almost had an accident there. And I was like, yeah, almost. But we didn't. And he was like, well, I just want to make sure you guys are fine. It's like, yeah, we're fine. He's like, yeah, I don't smell any alcohol or anything like that. You guys look good. All right, great. Then he was like, well, I'm going to need some license and registration and all of that type of stuff. And I just looked at him and laughed, you know. And I was like, look, I gave him what I had. And it's basically my passport that I had. I gave him my passport and, you know, the insurance that I have on my truck or whatnot. And that was it. And I gave him the registration to where it's registered to MNRP and to an actual trust. And so, yeah, he was like, so this is the only ID or et cetera that you got? And I was like, yeah, this is all I got. This is all you're going to get regardless. And so, yeah, and he just started trying to ask questions. I said, look, bro, Well, I'm not going to argue with you or speak anything on the road. Whatever you feel like you need to do it. And that's always my attitude towards traffic stops or whatever. Like, whatever you're going to do, just do it. Because we're not, the argument here is never going to, you're not a judge. You're not the prosecutor here or anything like that. You're someone that actually is at fault at this point. But anyway, so of course, you know how they do. They call their gang, and their gang pulls up, and it's like 4 or 5 other cars. And then what they're trying to do is decide, oh, is the car stolen? I'm like, bro, the car's not stolen. So anyway, and of course, they always what you call stereotype and stuff like that. So profiling and stuff like that. You know, I know they probably looked at my jury and all of this stuff, asking questions. You got any drugs? Like, bro, do you smell drugs in the car? Do you see? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, so anyway, he gets this other guy. He comes up to the window and he was like, "Hey, you used to have license, but they look like they've been suspended before." And I was like, well, whatever you want to say. I'm traveling. I'm not driving, so that means And he was like, "Well, you see where I'm going with this, don't I?" I said, "You can go wherever you want to go with this. Doesn't matter to me. I'm here, bro. Like whatever you feel like you need to do. Like I'm not worried about it." And he was like, "Well, if you gonna have license and the passenger doesn't have any forms of driver's license on you, then we're gonna ask you two guys to step out the car and we're gonna tow the car." And I said, "You got a warrant?" "Oh, well, we don't have to have." I said, "Oh, you ain't gotta say nothing. You saying no? Okay." So I understood, and that's where we are. I said, "So great, you guys are gonna violate my rights today." And he was like, "Well, the statutory." I said, "We ain't got to talk about that. The Constitution came before your statutory law. Know that first." And he was like, "Oh, so, you know," went on about his business. Then they asked us to get out. So they threw they tried to do a pat search. So, you know, they always try to say, "Do you got anything, guns or weapons on you or something like that?" I said, "I'm not a threat to you. Now, you just want to search me trying to think that you're going to find something on me or drugs or something. Then, you know, that's what you're trying to do. You still need a warrant." I said, "What's the probable cause here?" And then there's no probable cause. There's no threat of a felony or anything of like that. So you have no reason to even search me. And he was like, "No, we get to do this for our protection." I said, "No, you don't. But since you insist, do what you must and do what you feel. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stand here." And they began to try to search me, do all of that. And then, you know, then they so-called did what they call an inventory search because they towing the car. This is their way to be able to search the car. And I understand that. I'm not stupid. So, and they do that. And I said, "Hey, that's still a violation of the Fourth Amendment as well." And he was like, "Well, no, this is something we got to do." I said, "Yeah, you still don't have a warrant." And they all just kind of looked and laughed and, "Well, you know, this stuff that you're trying, it doesn't work." And I said, "Bro, this is not my first rodeo at all with any of you guys. You know, I've been through this plenty of times before. I've beat every case before." And then one other guy, he was like, "Yeah, but I'm from Florida, and every time I've seen this in Florida, it didn't work." I said, "Yeah." I just laughed. I was like, "Yeah, you just had some people who didn't know what's going on. That's all. I do, though. That's the difference." So anyway, they get to, you know, they take forever, like to even bring out 3 tickets. So they wrote me 3 tickets for failure to yield, no registration, and driving without a license. And they end up towing my car to a roadside service or whatever it's called of Huntsville. And they towed it. And I just, you know, told my stuff. So I said, "Hey, man, come on, we're going to go in the lounge anyway." We went in the lounge, sat down, went into the cigar room, you know, and chilled in there for a minute, bought a couple of drinks, ended up calling us a cab, coming on to the house. And then that's when you guys see my face here saying, and then you can go back and look at, if you don't know, this is your first time seeing this, then you can go on my page on Facebook, Eric Ingram Bay, and you will see, go put in, they stole my truck. Eric Ingram Bay, they stole my truck. All right, go look that up and you'll see the whole entire thing. And I say, and I told you guys everything, told you exactly what I was going to do. By the 17th, I had everything already written up, done, and ready to file. And I sent it off. Showed you guys everything that I was going to do, right? So I had they had a court date on the 19th on 2 tickets. And then the other court date was like on the 25th. Or no, that's December. So it's like the 29th or something, 26th, 27th, somewhere off in there. But anyway, I end up going to court, and when I get there, the judge literally dismissed the probable cause, which was the failure to yield. And I just smiled. gotcha. Like Kanye West said, gotcha. So I just smiled and I already knew it was over. I said, if you got rid of the probable cause, everything else is already dismissed then, no matter what. He was like, so I'm gonna just get rid of these two for the erroneous, which means errors, which the errors that has taken place on the tickets, right? And I said, okay, that's fine. And he said, so what about this registration? Or do you need time to get this together? I could stretch it out to September or something for you, and you come back in here and show us proof or whatever, or you can just pay the fine. However, I said, I'm not doing either one. I'm going to take this to trial. He said, what? I said, yeah, it's violation of due process of law. So he looked at me. He was like, you said what again? I said, violation of due process of law. And he was like, oh, okay. So he's like, well, I'm going to set this trial out anyway. I said, yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. And so he did. He set it out, set the trial up for February the 11th, the day that my beautiful daughter was born on, right? And I was kind of like pissed about having to go on that day because I was like, okay, do I want to start off with my daughter being born and them trying to put a warrant out for me because I didn't come? But I just prayed about it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. And I know that this child is not going to come until I get back. And I know that for a fact. And it didn't happen that way. So I went on February the 11th. I get in there, sitting there. And then they got like 3-4 people that's acting like prosecutors over the case. They'll call people up. Mind you, court does not run this way at all. Not supposed to. But when you're in these lower courts, there's just it's like a statutory, not even statute, it's administrative. It's full administration. There's no jury trial here. There's none of that, anything that's, because these are dealing with your actual rights in the first place. So there's no jury trial or anything of that nature, right? And in these administrative courts, they literally supposed to be able to prove forms of contracts and stuff like that, but they never do. But anyway, so I did a lot of motions to compel for evidence. I needed motion to compel their cameras and everything like that. Mind you, I never got it. So that's a violation of my due process law. All right, they never mentioned anything about the motions and stuff like that, right? So anyway, the lady comes, she gets me, and she calls me, and she said, Mr. Ingram, do you want to just pay for this? How do you want to take care of this? I said, this is not even the probable cause. She said, what? I said, yeah. I said, this is not the probable cause. There were 2 tickets before this. The probable cause was a failure to yield. I said, the registration came upon that. And I said, so since the actual probable cause was dismissed, that means this was supposed to be dismissed. It's part of the fruit of the poisonous tree. She said, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to go up here and talk to the judge because the officer's not even here. And we're just going to make sure that this go ahead and get dismissed. And I said, yeah, it's already dismissed. It's null and void no matter what you do in here today. And I said it just like that there. It's null and void no matter what you do in here today. I don't care if you said guilty, you got to pay. It doesn't matter. I'm appealing this shit and we're going to a higher court and I'm going to win regardless. So whatever you guys decide to do, there's my attitude again. Do what you feel, because I already know what I'm going to do. I'm already 10 steps ahead of you of what I'm going to do. And so they get the officer, the judge gets the paper and he looks and he's like, calls my name. He calls the officer name. He said, okay, Officer Medford and Eric Ingram come to the stand or whatever, right? So I walk up there before I can even get halfway up there. Well, seems like the officer's not here. We're going to dismiss this case. So what that means, guys, is that they failure to prosecute. So lack of evidence to prosecute because there was no actual witness, et cetera, that is there. So they cannot prosecute this, and they really can't be a witness unto themselves as well. It's a lot of other things that I can go deeply into, but that is exactly how it happened. So I win. Now, what you got to understand is a lot of people just go home and let that be it. But you got to think about what happened on the 16th, that night, what I went through, everything that I had to go through, all the money that I had to pay, everything that I had to deal with in getting my truck back and all of that stuff, right? Had to do it. All right, so all of that has to be accounted for. That cost me damages, that cost me financial hardship. That cost me stress. It cost me a lot of things because I didn't actually sleep that night, for real, because I was up all night putting this stuff together. It also caused me my time in traveling back and forth as well. having to use a what do you call it? Having to use a Uber, etc., and all of that. So yeah, all of that cost me money, my time. Even coming up there the many times that I did, all just for it to be thrown out completely. So that means that everything that the officer did and officers did that night is unjustifiable. And it also means that literally due process of law was also violated. I never received the things that I was supposed to receive as well when it came to a warrant being present, when it came to everything that I requested into the motions, etc. I never got any of it, right? So that is why we are here today. So this is the journey of our lawsuit, man. If you guys with me and you know that you're with me right now, drop some ones and we about to get started right after this song, man. Let me know y'all with me.
Alley-oops. Alley-oops. Like, staring at the bottom of my bottle, thinking to myself like, where do I go? It don't really matter long as my niggas is with me. I'm talking A1s cause them haters out to get me. Lord, you won't understand till a nigga that done had his hand out, then you better make time. Turn around and put a fucking knife in your back. I swear to God, I need y'all to feel a line. Do you know how I feel when you try and feed your kids and your so-called homie try and make you do a bit? He done seen every little thing you done been through. Drugs and the pain almost made you go mental. But really you a soldier in the middle of the field, so you ain't let it break you. Them scars gon' make you, better yet take you right where you need to be. Far from the bullshit, without no sympathy. Never let another motherfucker hold the key to your joy, cause ain't no coming back when they lock that door. I'm riding forever, you going in circles, and I'm to the point that I'm ready to hurt you. And if I do that, then I'm probably gon' murk you. Black out, geek out, I'm talking earth, smoke you, choke you. I'm talking perp, wait, patience is virtue. Alley-oops, alley-oops. I just shot a no look, alley-oops. Fuck, alley-oops. Alley-oops. I just shot a no look, alley-oops. 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 Alley-oops.
Forever will I rock, we won't stop till I get that drop with no top. Haters think I'm not, but just watch. Flexing, what's hip hop without lot? Nothing, shit ain't hot if I'm not. Being down these beats, real niggas beside me. You would think we compete, how the flows be firing, retiring. All of them lame niggas that's rhyming, providing the hood with the real dumb and the violence. Make moves, my crew take through regardless. Pump fake you dudes, neck noose and collars. These days these dudes cheesecake devour. I'm high power, getting high up my flower. Something about the smell of the burn, the mic sour. That cause a few let me to burn. I stomp throttles and pop bottles, bite down. I rock wilder, my hot hollows. Niggas dropped if I spot them, yeah. Started from the bottom of the mud. I be damned if a nigga stop mine. You fucking with the right one. If you wanna fight, son, I'm swinging like Tyson. Did it in his prime. Make a nigga back down. I ain't had to back out. All I do is snap, cause I'm quicker in the mind. But let me get back, cause I'm following no track. Almost had to let it clap. On a nigga one time, homie almost seen death, cause he overcome with pride. Talking on his neck like I couldn't get him line. Almost had to check if a nigga went blind. Must've thought I would've left, or the mother nigga slide. Now that nigga vex, cause we took him for that ride. On the brick of death with the nigga in his eyes. Tell him that it's best that the nigga hit the exit. My niggas ain't the type that be letting shit slide. Motherfucker, this real. Alley-oops.
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 Well, I just caught a no look.
I just caught the no look. Alley-oops.
Did I not?
Alley-oops.
Man. Let me show you guys what's up, though. Let me show you what's up, what this do. Okay, so since you've heard the story now and you know what's going on, let's have a look. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take you guys on this journey. The first thing I'm going to do is request of a Freedom of Information Act for the public records of this particular case. I want everything. Everything. So this is me building up all the evidence. Okay? All certified copies of anything that has been filed into the court, the dismissal of it, everything. I want the cams. I want all of it. Anything that is related to this case, I want it. Any form of communication made with the city, the officers, etc. I want it all. I got to have it. All right, so this is going to be, I'm sending this to both Huntsville Police Department, Public Records Request Office, and the city of Huntsville as well. I want it all from both. Okay? So now, Freedom of Information Act request for police records and video evidence. Since y'all asses ain't want to give it to me through my motion that I did. So, pursuant to Alabama Open Records Act and the Freedom of Information Act, I am requesting copies of all records, reports, video footage, and communications related to the unlawful stop, search, seizure, and towing of my property on December the 16th, 2024 at approximately 8:05 p.m. involving Officer Jaron C. Medford. Badge ID 16765, ORI ALO 470-100, and the Huntsville Police Department. I gotta have it, y'all. Records requested. So there is a body camera footage from all officers involved in the stop, detention, and seizure of my vehicle. I want it. I also want the dash cam footage from the patrol vehicles involved. Any 911 calls, dispatch records, radio communications related to my stop. I want that too. Any police reports, citations, incident reports generated from the event. I gotta have that too. Warrant, if one exists, authorizing the seizure of my vehicle, which I know it don't. I want that too. Towing and impound authorization documents, including any orders issued to road collision and towing. I want that too. Right? All internal emails and communication between Officer Medford and other officer, supervisor, or city officials regarding my stop and impoundment. I want that too. I want the inventory search report if one was conducted, and it was. I want that too. So the case information is the date of incident, December 16th, 2024. Time approximately 8:05 p.m. And the location was near Blake Lounge, Huntsville, Alabama. Officer involved is Jaron C. Medford. And the case numbers here as well. So in sequence. So there was one from 14, 15, and 16 on those in sequence. I got to have them. So the information requested is a matter of public record and interest, particularly because the case has been dismissed due to failure to prosecute, rendering all police actions on this date null and void. Under Brady versus Maryland, 1963, the government is required to disclose all evidence related to my case. I gotta have that. All right. Time frame for response. Per Alabama Code 361240, public records must be provided promptly. If you require additional time, please notify me in writing within 5 business days. If any part of this request is denied, please state the specific legal exemption that applies and provide instructions for an appeal. Please provide the records in digital format, PDF, MP4, or WAVE file, and email them to me, right? If a digital copy is unavailable, please mail physical copies to the address listed above. All right. The fee waiver request. I request a waiver of any fees associated with this request as the disclosure of the requested information serves the public interest and is necessary for legal proceedings against the city of Huntsville and its police department. However, if fees are required, please provide a written estimate before proceeding. Because what? I'm going to add this to their tab too. All this shit I got to go through, I'm adding it. Every single paper that I have to type up is $250, guys. See, this is what I'm charging for every single piece of paper that I've had to type, my ink, all of that goes into effect, and it's $250 a page. Well, I got a lot of freaking pages over here. I got a whole lot. Let me see what we got over here, man. Do I still got them over here? Nah, they in the car. I left them in the car. It's all good, though. But I got a lot, is my point. So that's $250 a page. So I've probably done about approximately up to about 50 pages by now, or more, maybe. Going to be even more when I get done with this, and the amount of pages that it's going to take me to put all the evidence, motions, and everything like that I'm putting in court. I'm charging for all of that, right? Next up, if request is ignored or denied, if this request is not fulfilled within a legal time frame, I will escalate this matter to Alabama Attorney General Office, Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division, and the U.S. District Court, Northern District of Alabama. Thank you for your prompt attention to this request. I look forward to your response within 5 business days. Please confirm receipt of this request via email. And I'm going to get it. So this is the first step, okay? This is the first step that I'm taking. And this is just to gather all of the information that I'm going to need. Already, I could easily write down the lawsuit. That's easy. But I need all of this. I want everything. Because and really the main thing that I really do need is just a certified copy of the actual dismissal, failure to prosecute. And then I could actually, and I got the towing information, the tickets and stuff like that, which literally means that the fact that they didn't prosecute, it makes everything else that happened that day null and void. So they owe me for that. They owe me for my time. They owe me for taking anything that happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also going to include my stepson in this as well. So I'm gonna make sure he gets some money out of this because he was with me. They also pulled him out the car. They searched him. They also, did a lot of stuff, right? And he wasn't even the one that was in the actual the traveling operations spot, right? He wasn't there. He was actually in the passenger side as a guest. So with that being said, I got to have y'all, man. I told y'all that same night that you picked the wrong one. Right time, wrong guy. The right time, but the wrong guy, right? And here we are today. So this is one of the first things that you should do, okay, when it comes to lawsuits and stuff like that, especially when you're dealing with city and the government and stuff like that. They all this has to be actual public records. Okay. So if they don't have this, see, this is also going to cause a problem. If they was not to have this, they're going to have it. They better have it because I know what to do after that. They want to give me any problems of not having it. It's already made law. So anybody that refuses to try to give it to me, then they don't have a law to say or show a reason why they can't, because I got a law to show that you have to. See what I'm saying? So now they got to prove a delegation of authority, which gave them the right to not have to give it to me. And then they would just be breaking law from that point on in the first place because they can't find one, right? So again, this is going to put them in the headlock, and this is also going to let them know I'm serious, very serious. Now, here's the greatest thing about it. If they do anything in form of retaliation based upon this particular lawsuit that I'm doing, well, that's retaliation. We can sue them even more for that too. All right. So I just want you guys to understand exactly what is happening right now. Like, this is very important. This is a very important thing for you guys to see because a lot of you guys get case dismissed, you beat cases, and then you just go home and you forget about them. No, we need to sue these people. They caused harm. This was damages that was being done here. And we can't just let this go by and just as if nothing actually ever happened. Because again, this is a form of traumatization for a lot of people that go through these things. It was one situation where I was watching on TV the other day to where these officers said they had a call. And they said they received a call from someone that it was a lot of arguing and loud noises going on, a fight or something like, right? And the officer said, now you got to think about this. Anything that they do, they have to have a direct probable cause towards you, meaning that they know without a doubt that you have committed a crime or you are in the act of committing a crime. They have to have that. It has to be so sure. They can't be thinking maybe you did or nothing. That's the reason why anytime they get it's a black suspect, 6'1", yeah, that you're not gonna get away with that. And then you just go grab somebody whom you think is a black suspect at that height, and then you arrest them, put handcuffs on them, and just say, hey, I'm doing my investigation. Well, your investigation does not require detainment. You cannot detain someone unless you have a absolutely know for a fact that this individual has either committed a crime or in the act of committing a crime. That is the only way that you can do that. But again, this happens so much. We see it every freaking day. You see what I'm saying? It happens every day. So now, with that being said, the officer just walked into these folks out. They was like, well, it's not us. It's just me and my mom here. And we're just chilling, watching TV. And they was like, no. We're going to come in right now. You're going to allow us into your house, and we're just going to come in. So the dude was like, no, you're not coming in here. I'm going to close my door, and you guys have a nice day. You got the wrong people. And it was like, no, we got the wrong people. The people who are under you called. And it's like, hold up. Then how do they know how can they verify it was them? Did they see it? So you're here off based off hearsay. So you got to think about that. You're here off hearsay. Did they see it? Can they point out the individual who actually caused the harm or who's actually fighting or what has happened? Is it a fight? Is it the freaking TV? For one, I mean, you don't know. But they literally bust into these people's house and then immediately go into the dude's bedroom and all of that. And then he said, "Oh, well, it seems like everything is fine. We're gonna have you guys have a nice day." And no, that's not how it works. You had no warrant. See, these are where the rights come in. They have to matter. And this is why I say that you guys get on here and y'all do so much complaining on social media about Donald Trump did this today and Elon Musk did this today. There's a such thing as called quo warranto. If you feel like they done something so wrong, then issue the quo warranto. What the hell are you waiting on? You know? We have to learn to start. Number one, ignorance of the law is inexcusable. So, and I used to always ask myself, why do people who are active in crime, why don't they study the law? Like, that's literally everything that you're up against is the freaking law. So why don't you know it? You're just out here doing shit with no mind of anything. And even as the so-called American people, you're just out here. You don't know nothing. So stuff just happening. You feel helpless. And the only thing you could do is just get on Facebook and all this stuff and just scream, "Hey, they doing this to us." What the freak are you going to do about it? But remember, ignorance of the law is inexcusable. Now, the thing about the United States, they have every right to be based upon presumptions because they operate in commerce. So in commerce, as I always tell you guys, the base foundation of commerce for everyone that's operating within the United States is that you are self-employed. So the reason why you need driver's license is because you are presumed as a self-employed driver for hire. That's a presumption they make on you until you correct the matter. So you always have to correct the record when you're anywhere in court because they're going to presume based off default. Everybody's operating in commerce, making money, making some form of profit. So the reason why they say you guys need to have driver's license because they assume that you are in their city making a profit, operating as a business. It's the only reason why. There's no other reason. All this bullshit about, oh, well, it's for public safety. No, it's not. It's for public safety. Public safety was literally only for the corporations to abide by the public safety to protect the people. Why? Because they're operating through commerce and trafficking things on the public highways, such as propane gas and shit like that, things that could literally kill people. They got certain chemicals and things in trucks. They got these big heavy-duty trucks carrying logs and tons, things that weigh a couple tons. They carry tractors on trailers and stuff like that. Like, so yes, they have to abide by public safety. They have to abide by the particular public safety. It's an absolute fact. But they cannot show how a driver license protects the public safety. They can't show that because people still wreck every day. People still driving drunk and all, whatever the case may be. They're doing all of that shit. So that doesn't solve it. That's not true. So we can get rid of that. It's just so much on here, again, that you guys don't even truly understand. Like, let's say if you're driving in the city right now and you hit a pothole and it just busts your tire and it messes up your rim, guess what? You can sue the city right then and there because the city job and their charter is to make sure that all public roads are safe. Did they fail? Yes, they did. So since they failed at it, guess what you can do? You can sue. If you are somewhere and you hydroplane, and you have a car wreck based upon the actual road is not completely level, there's nowhere for the water to drain or drop off, etc., then guess what? There's a lawsuit. Why? Because the city's job is to what? To ensure the public safety of the road. This is stuff you guys got to know. But again, ignorance of the law. It's inexcusable. This is where we're at with a lot of people. This is why we're constantly into stuff. I watch so many people go into that court, don't know anything about nothing, and just went in there, and literally everybody in there could have took it to trial and literally won. But people don't know. And it's crazy because everybody was just told, hey, you turn 16, you get your driver's license. Okay. That's the only way you can be on the public roads and da 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 da. You got to register the car. Yeah, they said that. That's what they told you. But what does the law actually say about these things? You know? And I always speak about due process. Due process has to be followed. If there's one error in due process, case dismissed. I don't care how small you may think it is. Case dismissed. And they can have everything right, but didn't properly serve you. Case dismissed. They can have everything right, but don't have your name right. Case dismissed. Simple. It's up to them to make sure that their claim is fully substantial and that they have a right to bring a cause of action. These particular officers don't. He didn't show up. And the crazy part about it, what happened that day is they will literally try to call an officer and say, hey, you need to come up here to court. And they will try to wait. Do you not understand that you were there? If it tells you that you have to be there at court at a specific time and you're there on time and that individual officer doesn't, you need to keep track of the time. And you need to see that they waited for him to get there and they even actually called them. And then once you can prove that, now you got to what? They violated your right to a speedy trial. They delayed it. It's not fair because what happens if you're not there? What happens if you don't show up? Are they going to call you? Hell no. What happens? Y'all tell me what happened. A lot of y'all been through it. You didn't show up. What happened? Remember, law is a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword, right? Yeah. You got to realize that. So if you get a warrant for your arrest for not showing up and there's forms of penalties, etc., then if they don't show up and they lack prosecution, then it also should be penalties, etc. It works both ways. Do everybody got that? We have to stop letting this stuff slide, man. Stop letting them tell you that they were speeding. Okay, well, I'm going to take this to trial. Okay, take it to trial. So what happens when you take it to trial and they say, hey, well, we got him speeding? How do you know I was speeding? And they was like, well, they used a gun. They used a speed gun to see if you was speeding. All right, and then you say, okay, well, did you calibrate it that day? I want to see the calibration of this particular gun. When was the last time it was calibrated and checked? If it wasn't checked that day, well, how can you be sure that it was accurate? See what I'm saying? They have procedures to fully follow. So he don't even know if it was fully accurate. Why? Because it wasn't calibrated that day. And if it wasn't calibrated on that specific day, then guess what? It's over. See what I'm saying? Case dismissed. But y'all would rather go to court and say, y'all, and pay, I'm just going to pay this fine. No, for what? Do y'all know people? People are freaking lazy, man. People show up to any job and every job. I don't care at the highest level that you can think of. They lazy as shit. They get there. They so used to a routine. That's the reason why y'all finding out all of this stuff that's going on, even though y'all hate it. Y'all hate it. Y'all hate. And I really see people hate to find out the truth. Y'all are mad because they found out the truth. Y'all want this to be a racist and a black thing, a black and white thing so damn bad it's pitiful. A lot of y'all do. And what makes it so bad is a lot of pastors and preachers and deacons and all these people. That's what they want it to be. They constantly every day. It's racist. Listen, it stopped being about race a long time ago. You got to realize racism exists on the lowest level possible that you can think of. Yeah. And when you don't do for you, that's a situation. That's another problem. I seen people talking about let's boycott. What the fuck is boycotting doing? Tell me. We're gonna boycott Walmart. We're gonna boycott this and that, but you ain't got no shit of your own. Explain to me what 1 day or 2 days of boycotting is going to do, because you know what happens. You can look at it the days you didn't go to the store was like boycotting, but eventually your ass ended up at the store buying something, right? Come on, think about it. Like it's so weak with our man, the mindset of some of y'all is like shit. It's like, can you think of something better? That shit is so old that they already know what to do with you. You don't have mom and pop stores anymore that has its own anything anymore. So now everybody has to go to a Walmart or a Target or this or that. You gotta go. Where else you gonna go? You gotta go to a Publix. You gotta go. Like you gotta go. You're not farming. You don't own grocery stores. You don't do a lot of stuff. But here we are. We finna boycott. And somebody needs some shit. Somebody's starving. Somebody this. Somebody that. Like, and we ain't building up. Boy, if you're gonna boycott, then you boycott by building your own shit. Simple. That's how you boycott. You build your own. You show up for your own. Y'all finna get these 5,000. I think it went up to 7,000, 7.5 now, something like that. But y'all finna get about $7,000 a piece, and I guarantee you, none of it is going to flow into creating anything for your damn self. As a community, to thrive, you're not gonna do it. You're gonna think about what trip you want, what car that you want, what lemon car that you want. You're gonna think about what weave or hair you're gonna buy, or what chain or new chain you're gonna buy, what type of rims you want to put on. Very few people are going to start a few business here and there or add it to their business, etc., stuff like that. But for the most part, you're not going to do shit with it. They already know this. That's the main thing. They could equally give the money out to everybody. And I guarantee you the money is always going to end back up in the same people's hand. Eventually. It always does. It always happens. And that always go back to ignorance of the law is inexcusable. And there's many laws. We also have the law of self-preservation. Being ignorant of that is inexcusable. If you're not self-preserving yourself, your people, your community, your family, etc., then yes, you deserve everything that you get. You can't get mad because then you walk in the store and they tell your ass, hurry up and buy. You can't get mad. Be mad at yourself. All of this falls into the same place. How ignorant are we about ourselves, what we want to do, what we're supposed to be doing? And I get sick of it, man. This is the reason why don't invite me into a church. I'm not coming. Sorry. I'm not. You can't preach a sermon to me that I haven't already heard before. I grew up in this. And I have my brother's a pastor, my cousins, and we all close. We can sit down and we talk about a lot of stuff together, and I appreciate them. But the truth is, it's just like, we got to do something different. We talk about tithes. Well, teach financial literacy. Come on. They go hand in hand. If you're going to ask for tithing and money, teach financial literacy. Simple. Teach people how to invest. Teach people how to do shit. Like, you can't just be takers. And sometimes that's all the church does is take. The temples, take. Whatever. They taking. Everybody's taking. Nobody is actually providing a way in a form of services. And this is why we're in the position that we're in now. So when this shit start happening, listen, I'm going to tell y'all what y'all outcry is. Y'all outcry is a cry for help. You're calling for help. They're doing this to us again. Oh, this is racist. Look who they fired. Listen, y'all be talking about some of these so-called black people in these offices getting fired and be getting pissed off, and they the damn devil. Like, for real. I don't care. You can't just because his skin color it looks like yours, and automatically you thinking he's a righteous individual. Hell to the no. They're not. A lot of them are not. It's about the spirit of the man that we're looking at, not the color. The spirit of the man. Right? And then the same people who complain will get up Sunday and say, God is in control. Except for when it comes to what's going on now, right? God's not in control, right? God has nothing to do with this anymore, right? And y'all expect people to come in there and sit in there and listen to shit y'all got to say, man. It ain't happening no more like that. I'm just, and I'm not like for saying shit I say, and that's cool. I don't care. I mean, a lot of people know me, and they know what I say, I mean it. And that's just what it is. When we start doing what we supposed to, then God gonna heal the land. God gonna heal the people. But y'all not doing what you supposed to be doing. Right? I keep saying this. Black people, you don't even know what you lost to go and get it. I'm gonna look in the comment section right here, right? What did you lose? Yeah, everything always changes when you show up. They count on you not showing up. But what did you lose, right? I'm serious when I say this. What did you lose? And remember, you lost it. Nobody took anything away from you. You gave it away. The Bible said you was going to give it away. Right? So I'm going to wait here and see. What did you lose? Do you even know what you're looking for? That's the question. And all you got to do is look around the world at every single living thing, even from the creatures that crawl the earth, from the beautiful birds that fly in the air, all the way into every form of nationality and group of people. What is it that they have that you don't have right now? I'm listening. Somebody tell me. Our name's the land. No, we got names and we own the land. That ain't what we missing. Come on, what are you missing? Do you even know? Do you know what you lost? You didn't lose the land, you still own it. You still eat from it. You still got to breathe. You're breathing from it. You're receiving resources, et cetera, from it. We didn't lose that. We're still here on it every day. Somebody said we lost sovereignty. That's kind of a way to put it. But yeah. Unity, well, unity goes into association, et cetera. What you lost was autonomy to govern yourself. You lost the ability to govern yourself. That's what you lost. And this is what you should fight back to get. You have to understand what autonomy is. It is the right to govern thyself. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. And you look around the world, everybody's governing themselves except for you. Get over here and you ain't got shit. That's why you're mad, because you're being governed by foreigners and telling you when, where, how to do and when to shit and when not to shit, when to collect water, when not to collect water. They telling you every damn thing. All because you forgot. Now, all we got to do is go back to, let's just go. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find it, man. I'm gonna show you what you missed. Just in case a lot of you didn't know this, we're gonna say this for you. We're gonna show you ourselves what happened to you. Mm-hmm. What happened to you, good people? Let's see here. Oh, it's in the good book, right? 1 Samuel, 8th chapter. And it came to pass when Samuel was old, and he made his son judges over Israel. And the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second was Abiah, and they were judges in Beersheba, right? And his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, right? Took bribes and perverted judgment. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah. So what it said was, you became evil as people, right? The sons was evil. They were unjust. They took bribes. They did all kind of stuff, right? And they said, hey, they done lost their way. And said unto him, behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all nations. Now here's the thing. Here you have a group of people, And God said that I'm going to show you this too. We're going to go to Romans in a second. But in Romans 13, God said that he set up all governments. He set up all nations and that he is the ruler of all nations. But here you are where you were given your own, asking for it to be given away and for someone to come and rule you. This is what you asked for, right? So it said, but the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people and all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. So when we talk about God, first and foremost, when God said that I should not reign over them, so that means that you have a free conscience, a free state of mind, because if you know where God sits within you, first and foremost, which is why you have a free conscious state of mind. I am that of my Father, right? Okay? So now, since you know that, you got to realize this one thing. You're saying that you're going to give away your free conscious state of will to govern yourself. It's what you did, right? So now, you're rejecting your own free state of mind. So according to all the works, okay, which they have done since the day I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee. Man. So remember, you done came all the way up out of Egypt. You done came, look, you gotta remember, you were just slaves, bro. We just got out the shit. We would just got out of it. And here you are. Well, we want to go back to being ruled by like we was ruled when Pharaoh. You want to go back to that shit? Okay. And here's the thing about God, like, see, let's go back. Let me show you what God said. Let me show you why God is so amazing. Because God said, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. So what he's saying is, give them what they want. He never took away your free will. This is what you're asking for. This is what you want. Then you shall receive. That's why you got to understand the power of the tongue, the mind. It's you. You chose everything that's going on in your life right now. You did. And still, God didn't even say, I'm going to make you serve. No, he said, okay, cool. That's what y'all want. I'm going to give you what you asked for. See, and that's how great God is. God is not a God that says, hey, you have to serve me, or I'm going to make you serve me. Like, no, it's a choice. This is cause and effect. What do you want to do? Right? So we're going to let you do what you want to do, right? So now, therefore, hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and shew them the manner of the king that shall reign over them. And Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons, appoint them for himself, for his chariots, and to be his horsemen. And some shall run before his chariots. And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over 50s, and will set them to ear his ground and to reap his harvest, and to make his instrument of war and instruments of his chariots. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries and to be cooks and to be bakers. And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his service. So basically they're saying everything that you're going to do, they're taxing it. Anything that you do, they got their hand in it. Okay? Now they get to say, hey, we're going to do a draft, and you have to give us your son. If you don't, you're going to jail. Yep. And he will take a tenth of your seed and of your vineyards and give to his officers and his servants. That's taxation. And he will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to his work. Right? He will take a tenth of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants. And ye shall cry out in the day before your king, which ye shall have chosen you, and the Lord will not hear you in that day. So all this damn crying y'all doing, God don't hear y'all. I'm just delaying the message. You had a choice. You still got a choice today. Still do. This is what you chose. This what you chose. Right? That we also may be like all nations. Right? Nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel, and they said, "Nay, but we will have a king over us." See, this is God saying, "Hey, you still got freedom of choice, you ignorant people. You still got it. I'm going to give it to you." Right? And so now they said that we also may be like all nations, that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles. And Samuel heard all the words of the people, and he rehearsed them in the ears of the Lord. And the Lord said to Samuel, "Hearken unto their voice and make them a king." And Samuel said unto the men of Israel, "Go ye every man unto his city." In other words, disperse. You can no longer. So this government is now dissolved. Right then and there. Go do it. Right? That's where we at. See, this is what happened to you. This is what happened to you, right? And you guys, that's why I say people don't even know what they lost. You don't even know where to begin at. And they never talk about this. Nobody speaks about this in church because they don't know. That's just real. The only thing that's taught is Jesus came, he died, he saved us, and that's it. But everybody has to atone for their sins. Don't ever forget that. Because you can't get away from cause and effect. So now, Romans chapter 13. Are y'all ready? Drop some ones, man. Drop some ones before we read this, man. Let me know y'all with us right quick. Let me know you guys are with us. I want to know. I want to know that y'all with us. Let me know. Before we get to reading this, man. Vibe with me for like a minute, man. Vibe with me. It's real, man. Run it up.
Flame on the beat.
Man. And y'all know Easter Sunday coming up. So we got Easter Sunday getting ready to come up. They already putting Easter everywhere. Since y'all boycotting, where y'all gonna get y'all Easter stuff from? They not worried about y'all. They know y'all coming for them Easter. They know y'all coming for them eggs, them Easter suits, them dresses, all the Easter candy that's packed up. They know you're coming. They know you coming for Christmas. They know you're not going nowhere. That's the thing. They know you coming. They already prepared for you a couple of months ahead of time. So. Hey, man, for real, y'all. Like, it's sad, man. Because y'all got to realize, man, they are literally about to go crazy for Easter. They finna get them Easter dresses, them shoes. They got to be fly. They got to be clean. They got to get them eggs for the egg hunt. They got to do all of that. Where you going to buy it from? Y'all ain't making it. So what's the purpose of boycott? Come on, tell me. I'm waiting. Get the picture? Do y'all understand? What I'm trying to tell y'all is living, y'all don't face reality for real. Y'all are not living in reality. You like to live in a fairy tale lie. I can't do that. I was asked the other day, did I celebrate Valentine's? The hell no. For what? I show love every day, all day, every day. I don't need a specific day of a massacre to tell me I need to love. I don't need that. My mama called me, it's Mother's Day. It's whatever she need to happen, it happens. It's just that type of day. You know what I mean? Y'all got to realize that, man. Like, let's get it in, though. So what does this say? Let every soul be subject. Listen to what I'm telling you. Let every soul. I'm wearing Dickies in my Debo house shoes. I feel you. But hey, bro, where they go? Well, I feel you. Well, where they gonna get them Dickies from, though? If they want to wear the same thing, they gotta go to Walmart. No. But it says, let every soul be subject unto the high powers. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. So God ordained everything. Even in the Bible, God said, hey, I'm going to let Babylon come over here and it's going to take over y'all. I created them for this specific purpose, to come and teach you a lesson. They serve me. Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have the praise of the same. For rulers are not a terror of good works, listen, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. For all y'all think Trump is there by any chance, God put Trump there. Simple. Y'all, but God ain't gonna use Trump. Well, he there. God in control, right? Or God can only take the wheel when it's in your life. Boy, I tell you. Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. Conscience. The law is for your conscience sake. For this cause pay ye tribute also. Okay? Pay ye also, for they are good ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Pay ye tribute also. Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Tribute. So wherever these things are at, dues, etc., taxations, whatever, to fulfill the kingdom, you must do. Whatever customs, let the customs belong to whom customs. Let them operate within their customs, which means y'all are supposed to have your own form of law in the first place. All right? Everybody. Okay? Now, fear to whom fear, and honor to whom honor. Owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. For this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. If there be any commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Because if you love, you're gonna do what right. You ain't gonna kill nobody. You ain't stealing. You ain't finna lie. Right? You're not finna do none of that. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works. All right? Let us now cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, right? Not in strife and envy. But put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. So everybody's supposed to be fully operating in the Spirit. And that's because the law is of the Spirit. Seriously. This is why I keep telling you. And this is not going, they don't preach this shit in the church. Why? Why nobody talks about this? I want to know. What do you guys think? Why do you think nobody tells us this type of stuff? Why nobody's talking about this, guys? And can anybody tell me? I want to know you guys' thoughts right now. Why is this happening the way it's happening? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait on y'all. Tell me something. I want to know y'all's thoughts right now. What do you guys think? What is the purpose of all of this? Why nobody's speaking to this? Why nobody's telling you what you're supposed to be doing? What is you guys' suggestions? I want to know. But until then, you guys know how I am. And we're going to jam out and wait on y'all responses to see what y'all got to say about this matter. I'm waiting. Because y'all ain't got to look no further. We got the answers right here for you, right? Somebody tell me why. Why they don't speak on this? What I'm saying is this. They only preach what they was taught. Listen, it's in the Bible. I don't care. They read it. It's Romans 13. We read about Romans 13. We covered 1 Samuel 8 chapter. That is what happened to the people. So you have to look and evaluate yourself and say, are we the people that... Because this is the thing. Everybody be like, well, we're Israel. We're this and we're that. Well, you should know what happened then. You should know what you should be doing. No, we can't put it on nobody else. It wasn't to keep us in bondage or greed. No, what did we do? Because this is the age of information. It's out there. It's all here. It's so much stuff being challenged right now, but no, it's easier to do what? It's easier to complain, right? It's easier to complain. No, the Catholic Church don't rule over all churches. Listen, y'all saying shit that's normally used to be saying. See, this is what I'm saying. These are your family members and people you actually know personally. Ain't nobody controlling them. They get up there and say what they want to say. it becomes a traditional routine. This is the reason why when Christ came and told them, hey, your traditions means nothing. Your rituals, your religion, it don't mean shit if you ain't got the love that you're supposed to have. Remember, the Pharisees stood completely on their rituals, their religion, and their scribes, right? Think about that. See, what y'all saying is giving people power over you. No, you got a mind to think for yourself. You got a free conscious state of mind right now to think for you. Tell me what the situation is. That's where we at right now. We ain't giving nobody no power over us. I mean, the thing is this, guys. From the first day I read this, I knew what it was. That's my whole point. From the very first day that I read 1 Samuel 8th chapter, and then when I read Romans chapter 13, I was like, okay. Even go back and read Leviticus, read Deuteronomy. Go read it. It's specifically telling you all throughout the Bible, saying God coming through and be like, hey, y'all done got stupid again. So since y'all gonna be disobedient, you don't want to self-preserve, you want to follow everybody else's gods. Do y'all know what that even mean when they say, oh, you're serving other people's gods? Do y'all know what that mean? What do y'all think that mean? What do you think that mean when it says that you're serving other people's God? Because it's a guy on here that I can't think his name. What's the Gino, the preacher that be preaching Gino? He like to get up there and try to read scriptures and embarrass folks and all that type of shit they do, which is stupid. It's just another clown act, for real, to be honest with you. And I know it looks like, well, we're no. You're still not on key on what you're supposed to be doing. It's way bigger. Since you so on the scriptures, why don't you know this? Why are you not trying to put your people back in line to freely govern themselves? That's the question. That's what I want to know. This is where we at now. So what does it mean when it says they're serving other gods? See, you got to go back and look at who and what had different forms of gods and etc. Well, when it came to gods, it came also to what? Autonomy. So all you got to do is look around the world. All these people have their different gods, different religion, but it came with a what? The government. Right? It came with a government. It came with autonomy. Pay attention. It's all in the Bible. It's putting it in your face. In your face. When the people went to war, and then when the people went to war, they said the gods went to war. And they was trying to see. And then if these people won, that means their God was the greater God. Right? Think about that. Y'all paying attention? It's in there. It's telling you. I can sum it all up for you. Just it's constantly telling you over and over and over again. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. What happened with them? Right? They chose not to serve another God. They chose not to serve the statutory laws, etc., of a different government. Because why? They had their own autonomy. What was the point of Christ even telling you? He kept talking about a kingdom. And anytime he mentioned the kingdom, he's talking about the government that is supposed to be established for his people, his bloodline, who were lost. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? That's all I want to know. Do you understand what's being said to you tonight? Because the first thing this said, it says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. Well, we all subject to higher powers. But there is no power but God, and the powers that be are ordained of God. So every powers that is here on this earth is ordained by God. He allowed it to happen. Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of God. So if every soul has to be subject, that means everybody has the right to peacefully assemble and to establish their own government. And that means that it was done for your what? Conscience sake. Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. Without it, it'll just be turmoil on the earth every single solitary day. If there was no governments, if there was no ordained power here to keep order and structure, then what would we have? And then the ones who decide not to establish, well, now you got to become subject unto another government. Because again, it already said, let every soul be subject unto a higher power. So either you establish your own or you become under someone. No way around it. Simple. Don't say it ain't possible. How did the United States get here? They're the baby. They're a baby. 200 something plus years old, right? So you got to think about that. How did they get here? I rest my case with this, yo. So this is the start of our lawsuit journey. As you know, the Freedom of Information Act is what I'm doing first here. And with the Freedom of Information Act is what I'm going to be sending off so that I can get everything that I need to do to all evidence and things like that I need to fully establish my lawsuit. And I'm going to be able to send this off. Yes, I get to sue because, well, they failed to prosecute, which means that everything the officer did was null and void now. And it cost me money, cost me time, cost me a lot of stuff. And I get to sue for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. Make sure you share with others, man. And again, see you guys on Monday, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time. We're going to have our work session. But guys, do not forget about our actual don't forget about our classes that we have here, okay? These two classes that we do have coming up on the 22nd and the 29th is about learning to sue, basically learning how to handle yourself in court. On the 22nd, we're going to teach you guys how to actually put together a full lawsuit from top to bottom. Make sure that you have everything that's in line so that you don't get your case dismissed as well. And on the 29th, we're going to show you how to actually defend yourself in court, okay? With everything. So, with that being said, I appreciate each and every last one of you tonight. You guys enjoy yourself, and I am out of here.